Hello party farmers, welcome back to WISNICE. Now before we continue planting the oats, let's hop over to the wheel and see what we will spin for today's episode. Okay, last time I knew a crop, what will it have in store for us for today? Come on, we have to enable periodic plowing again. Okay. Well, sure, let's hop in the game and enable periodic plowing. Okay, enable periodic plowing. Let's see. Periodic plowing is off and now it's on. Does that immediately take effect? Okay, so since we already plowed our fields, we don't need to plow anything just yet. Soon, but not yet. But we do have some stuff to do. We have to replant these two fields with the oats. Gotta go in here. We have to harvest field 204 and then let that wait for a month, because then we can do these two fields together, like replanting them together. I think that's better. So yeah, let's hop over to the combine and get the correct header on to start harvesting the sorghum. And in the meantime, we'll get this bad boy back to the yard. That is all the sorghum in. And will it fit in one combine? It is very close. It's just a little too much. Okay, that is fine. That is A-okay by me. Which means that we can start liming this field real soon. And then we have to roll the other two fields. And we actually have to check, right? So the corn starts being good again in December. But the sorghum also starts being good in December, January. Unless there is a great demand for something. What about oats? Oats is also pretty good in December. So probably around November, December, we're gonna have a huge sale, fire sale almost, of all the crops that we will have stored. Which is great. Let's first actually dump all of this into the silo. The only thing is, I'm not sure if the silo can hold everything. That is the only concern I'm having. Because it's 36k liters that it can hold. And I'm kind of curious to see, since it's already at 16, and there's 18 extra, so 16 plus 18, 34k? That's almost, this is almost full. That is almost full. Oh boy. Oh boy, that is something I didn't account for, to be quite honest. Then again, 36,000 liters for silo storage is not a lot. So we'll have to see what we'll do with the oats that we're going to be generating. But first things first, let's get the lime. Because the lime spreading is a quick job. And the rolling is a fast job as well, so these should be able to be knocked out of the park easily. Easily. So we'll get to some lime spreading. We'll get the combine back in the yard. And we'll empty the combine as well. And we'll do that in another time lapse. And that is this field almost perfectly done. We have this little strip right here that we should be able to do with the amount of lime that we have left. Perfect. That is actually pretty good. Now we do need to start rolling the other two fields, but I quickly want to check. Because I believe last time it said something about the pH values being bad. Yeah, so even though it's above 6, the pH values are bad. That's not good. That means we have to... that means we have to buy more lime. And we actually have to see if that is within the budget, if you know what I mean. Since we only have 5k, and we still have to pay rent on the loan that we have. Yeah, the pH value over here is even worse. So we need to spread this with lime before we even start the rolling process. So let's get some lime. Let's get some spreading. And then I think we might have to sell some sort of crop that we have stored. Let's see, sorghum is a little bit over 1k. Yeah, it's both the same. It's just that the sorghum's highest price is like 200 more than the corn. And since it's around the same price right now, we might want to sell all the corn. That is a little bit over 16k that we'll get. But we just get so much more for the sorghum. I feel like that is the best option that we have at the moment. So we'll drop the spreader right here. And then we'll get the small trailer. We'll sell a small trailer load. That is 10k. That should get us enough lime. That should have a little bit of money left over for the rent that we're supposed to pay. Yeah, that should take us over the next couple of months. That should last us a little bit. And if not, then we can always sell a little more corn. So yeah, let's get a trailer load of corn and bring that over to a sell point, and I'll see you right there. And apparently something went wrong in the recording software. So I didn't record the selling of the crop. My apologies. It was about 12k in total, which should give us enough wiggle room to at least be good for the next couple of months. And I also forgot that lime was pretty cheap, so we can actually buy a lot of this and hopefully have enough for both of the fields. We should have enough for both of the fields. We'll let this nice man pass by. We'll just fill this whole thing up and start spreading lime on both of the fields. And that is the lime in on all the fields. Pretty good, pretty good. We still have 15k left. I am not all too worried. I like our chances. I've got to say, I like our chances a lot. Unless we keep running into the fence. The fence is the bane of this playthrough, I feel like. But yeah, now we just need to get both of the fields rolled. And then they are good to go for the oat harvest. And that is everything rolled as well. Very nice, very nice. There are still a couple of things I would like to check out. First one being, so this field will be ready before the corn, which is fine, That means we can combine these two fields in the sense that we plant at the same time. And the thing is, with oats, there's also straw that comes from that. And I would like, let's see if it's in sale. It's not on sale. I would like a baler. that will turn the hay, or the straw, the loose straw, in convenient bales. Huh. Now we do have some available. These would be great. But they are 60k. And that's a bit much. This one is possible. 125 centimeters is fine, I think. Which one did we rent? We did rent one. I believe it was this, and then we make the biggest bales, and then be done with it. Something like that. But yeah, a baler would be great, and we have to buy it. So we could also just go for this. Because this will continuously put out bales we can keep driving, which would be fine. It would go very fast. And we have a trailer for these as well, for the square bales. So that's good. We can't buy it yet, but we'll buy it when we need it. I think it's better to buy when you need it than to buy when you don't really need it yet. But that would mean that we would need to sell a bit more of either the corn or the sorghum. And let's see, what is higher in price now? The corn is still at 1k. And this is 1k as well, so it doesn't really matter. The thing is, the corn is gonna drop. We're in August. And over the course of the next couple of weeks, or next couple of weeks, next couple of in-game days, that will only drop further. Now that's not something that we want. I'm not gonna lie. So in that sense, it would be better to sell... Where the heck are we going? In that sense, it would be smarter to sell the corn right now. We can park this in somewhat decently. There we go. Because right now we would get 5k for it. And otherwise we really have to wait a long time. So let's grab... I still haven't figured out how to steer with this thing. Can't seem to figure out how the steering axes work. But hey, it's under, and that's all that counts, right? That's all that matters. So we'll fill this up. We'll bring this to the purchased golden grain, because their price is still the highest. We brought it to the purchased green valley because it was close by. But I mean, it's 100. We'll get 500 extra euros. Not that that is gonna make the biggest of the differences, but hey. 500 euros is 500 euros, am I right? And there's also something that I would like to address. Because it's come to my attention, or yeah, I'm not sure what the correct words are for this, but it has come to my attention that for some reason there is a trend where the plant RNG always comes right when we have done a cycle, and I'm not really content with that, to be honest. So after we have planted everything with the oats, I will remove the plant RNG. At least for a little while. Because I have the feeling that going from crop to crop, I mean, it's fun, right? And we get a lot of... We got some decent profits out of it. But I would like a little bit more variation. Like we have now with the sorghum in between. And I would like to do some grass to have some animals at some point. Especially sheep and chickens. That we can feed the oats to as well. You know, just get a little bit more variation going instead of having to do the same thing over and over again. Which is fine. Which is fine, right? If you play solo or for yourself, sure. Do your thing. It's your playthrough. But I would like a little bit of variety, I think is the word I'm looking for. So, for next episode, I will be removing the plant RNG from the wheel. We will still plant the big field with oats, because, well, to be fair, it kind of fell into the cycle. But that would mean that the field 146 will be something different than oats. Because we have oats here, we have oats in the next two fields, and then in the big field as well. I think that is more than enough oats. We can't keep having oats. It's good for breakfast, but otherwise, I would rather sell it. But let me know in the comments how you feel about that. I think it's a good way forward. The plant RNG was good for the first 2 times, but I feel like it's become a trend where it appears for some reason right as the last cycle has ended. Now, full disclosure, I am spinning only once for each episode. It's not where there are 15 recordings of all the different outcomes and I just pick the one that seems to be the most favorable. Oh, no. That wouldn't be challenges now, would it? But it's very weird that it does have the plant RNG very often. And with that said, that's gonna be it for this episode. We have prepped all the fields as good as we could. Everything is being prepped for the opening. I don't know if you have some better suggestions on how we should call these massive collection of all the fields for one certain crop. Let me know in the comments. If you have enjoyed, leave a like. And if you are coming back on the regular, what keeps you from subscribing? It is free and it helps me out a ton. But without further ado, I wish you a great day and hopefully catch you in the next video real soon. See ya!